Now, police have identified the suspected suicide bomber behind Monday's attack on a concert venue in Manchester. He's believed to be 22-year-old Salman Abedi. British authorities say that he travelled to Manchester by train from London. At least 22 people were killed and 59 injured at a concert at the Manchester Arena. Born in Manchester in 1994, Abedi's parents were Libyan refugees who came to the UK to escape the Gaddafi regime.
We will therefore not tolerate hate towards any parts of our community, and should communities be suffering from hate incidents or crime, then I would please urge them to report it to us. I can confirm that the man suspected of carrying out last night's atrocity is 22-year-old Salman Abedi. However, he has not yet been formally named by the coroner, and I wouldn't wish to therefore comment any further about him at this stage. Our priority, along with the police counter-terrorist network and our security partners, is to continue to establish whether he was acting alone or working as part of a wider network. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, joining us in Manchester with an update on that terrorist attack is Katie Gregory. Katie, welcome to the show. Any updates so far on that horrific attack? Are we hearing more from authorities on the death toll and certainly the ISIL group behind the bombing?
Well, yes, as we've just heard, police are naming the alleged suspect as that 22-year-old Salman Abedi. As you said, he's believed to have travelled by train to Manchester from London. They say at this stage he was the sole suicide bomber, but they have also arrested another man, a 23-year-old, in raids here in Manchester, possibly in connection to this attack or in connection to Abedi as well. Now, Islamic State are claiming responsibility for this attack, which has left 22 dead. The death toll still stands at 22. Another 59 injured. They are spread across 8 hospitals here in the city. A lot of young children involved, teenagers. They were all attending this pop concert at the arena, as you can see here behind me. Now, obviously, police are working tirelessly to look at links that Abedi, the suspected bomber attacker, may have had with Islamic State. Now, oddly enough, Islamic State have claimed it, but often with these attacks they name the bomber. Here they haven't done, and also an Islamic State page or a group linked to Islamic State say that there was a group of attackers, which police here say isn't the case in this situation. But walking around Manchester here today, a huge armed police presence in the main shopping centre. The cordons still remain behind me, as you can probably see. And not just here in Manchester, but across the UK. In London, armed police presence is high, and also in places like Scotland. So really just trying to reassure the public they're safe to walk the streets here.
Now, Katie, we saw Prime Minister Theresa May vowing to combat the ideology behind this attack. Is this expected to have significant influence on the direction of the election, which we know is meant to take place next week?
Yes, well, aside from this terror attack and away from this terror attack, we are in the midst of an election campaign, and quite an important election campaign, given a lot of it is about Brexit. But now you can imagine that this safety and security of the British public may enter into this campaign discussion that we're hearing. Now, the campaigning was suspended today, of course, in the aftermath of this attack. But both Theresa May and Jeremy Corbyn, the 2 major party leaders, but also other party leaders, really coming out strongly and condemning this attack, as you said, mentioned about Theresa May in your question to me, but also saying things like terrorists will never win, this violence won't divide us. So quite a strong rhetoric there. But I think what after the Westminster attack that we saw in March recently as well, what these leaders and all party leaders really have to do during this election is just reassure Britons that they are safe. You would hate to see these attacks become election fodder. Perhaps we'll just get some rhetoric about increased intelligence sharing, security, but also police numbers as well.
Well, many thanks, Katie, for that update. Katie Gregory joining us there in Manchester.